John, what is your topic?
Should the U.S. eliminate aid to Israel?
And proceed.
The time is 1947. World War II is still lingering in the air of many countries. A country that was greatly affected by World War II was Palestine. Now, if most of you guys don't know, there was an event in World War II called the Holocaust, which was a big prosecution of Jewish people. What started to happen was this area here was kind of a hot zone for war and a lot of violence. And countries came in here trying to help these people out, like the United States. We came in, tried to help. And over time, we started giving the land of Palestine more to the Jewish people since we hurt them greatly during the Holocaust. So over time, Palestine became Israel. According to the New York Times, in their 2015 article, the U.S. should stop funding Israel or let others broker peace. Since 1949 to 2008, we have given $103.6 billion of military aid to Israel, which is greater than any other, which is more aid we've given to any sub-Saharan African country plus Latin America combined. So if you look at the money of $103.6 billion, that's a lot of money we're giving to one pretty tiny area. According to the Washington Institute, in their 2012 article, Friends with Benefits, Why the U.S.-Israeli Alliance is Good for America, Barack Obama and Mitt Romney during their 2008 presidential campaign called Israel a true friend. Now, it's not like a 7th grade relationship you see in the hallways where it's like they're hanging out with their boyfriend, they just lovey-dovey and then hate each other the next day. This relationship is a little more serious. It's politics. You can't really just get out of my life. And so we're allies with Israel. And when people ask, should we eliminate aid to Israel? You can't just say, no, we stop giving them aid, because we would lose a really good ally. And we have a give and take relationship. They give us security information, they give us intelligence about the world, about the area of the Middle East, and they give us topics that we wouldn't have otherwise if we weren't allies with Israel. And they're the only ally, really, in the Middle East. And they've also given us $1.1 billion in military defenses. So it's not like we're just throwing them money and we're not getting anything out of it. There's a reason why we're giving money to them. And 25% of our exports to the Middle East all go to Israel. So really, if we cut back on that, we would lose a lot of our exports to Israel. According to some of Israel's top defenders say, it's time to end U.S. aid by the Daily Beast in 2014. Like I said, we are allies with them, but we are 1% of their economy. And you can look at it both ways. You can say, oh, we've given them $103.6 billion, and we're only 1% of their economy. Or you can look, we are 1% of an entire country's economy. It's kind of eye-opening both ways you look at it. And what people say, and what I agree with, is the situation is completely different than it was in the 40s, what it was in the 60s, and what it was in the 80s. It's a whole different ballgame. And their GDP in 2011 was $209.3 billion. So they're doing great. They, like I said, it's a different ballgame. They are extremely wealthy. They discovered oil in Israel a while ago, and they're exporting it. And this number, $209.3 billion, was before even accounting the number they made off gasoline. So it's probably even higher. So if you look, there's probably right around $300 billion their GDP was in 2011, and we've given them $103.6 billion over 60 years. They're doing quite all right. If you look, it looks like a decent place. It's not the war zone that it was in the 1940s, that it was in the 1960s. They're doing pretty well. And when I came to the speech, I really enjoyed it. I really didn't know what Palestine was, what Israel was. And if I had to take a stand, if you threw me on the ground and say, take a stand on this, should we eliminate aid or should we not eliminate aid? I would have to agree with this article and do the idea of gradualism. Slowly pick out dollars over the years to decrease the number, because $103.6 billion is quite a bit of money, and slowly eliminate each year a little bit of money, but still give aid, because they're a great country, it's our only ally, they give us information we wouldn't have otherwise, and they're only our really true ally in the Middle East. So if I had to take a stand, I would say do the idea of gradualism, but still remain allies.